Lobo Show, everybody. Break up your weed and drink your beers. Drink your shots with your boys, with the girls. You know how it goes. Cookouts and shit,
Yeah.
weekends, winter
Yeah.
vacations. Heyo, heyo.
Oh,
Ben,
You
speaking of
got
winter
what
that.
the fuck is
vacations,
going
man, I'm
on,
gonna
man?
have to take one. I got to get out of here with this fucking weather. It's Canadian weather. It's too cold here.
Getting cold
Way too
already?
cold. It's very cold. It's not fun. I got to get out of here. I got to go to Florida.
How
Got to go
cold
somewhere
is
hot.
it?
It's the kind of cold where you don't got a nutsack anymore. You don't even have a cock. It's inside your stomach now.
Right,
The kind of cold it
fucking
is.
cold.
It's no fun.
Not that.
What about you,
Can't be fun.
Griswold? So I
That
know
cold that
you're
makes
living
you a
pretty close to me.
man. Yeah.
Well, that's what you want to call it.
Well, Michigan now gets cold. I think colder than that part of Canada that you're from. I could be
Well,
wrong
we're
on
pretty
that.
close.
That's about the
We're like
same. Yeah, it's
yeah,
the same.
But the snow is more, isn't it? I think this.
Nah, it's about the same. Yeah, it's the same
yeah.
thing.
I can't. I fucking hate snow, man. But it's
Yeah, I
true.
know. I
I
hate
couldn't
the
live in
snow
It's
the.
a
too.
drag. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't live in
It's
the
a
heat though. I
depressing
couldn't
time of
be
the
like
year.
right. I
It's
couldn't live
nice
in a
to
place
look
that's
at, but
dry.
being in it and going through it is a hassle.
Yeah.
Imagine, like you said, when you're shoveling your car out, and that snowstorm from the night before, and you got to make it into work, and you're shoveling practically ice and shit, and
Yeah.
then you got to drive 20
So
miles
now,
per
yeah,
hour.
you also got to get up early to do that.
Right.
'Cause, there's
That's
gonna be
something
that
that.
backup in traffic.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Oh my God. You're bad enough. You got to get up like at 6 in the morning or whatever. So now you got to get up early, and you're fucking. It's fucking bullshit. Snow fucking sucks, man.
Oh yeah, that old Jack, huh? Do what?
So who's this Jack you mentioned? I heard a Jack. Who's this
Jack
guy?
Grisswold. That's a hard
Jack
man. I'll tell you
Griswold.
that much.
Yeah, he's a
Tell
grizzled
me about
old
Jack
veteran.
Griswold.
He's an old
Was he
school
got
vet.
relation to you?
That's his
Not
stepfather.
blood
He doesn't.
wise.
He didn't like to
Yeah.
talk about
Stepfather.
his stepfather too much. Yeah.
Yeah, so no
Wow.
blood
Yeah, I didn't
ties.
even know he had a stepfather. It's crazy. Let's hear about him.
Well, it's a crazy world. I'd rather not talk about him.
You'd
He's
rather
a
not?
little crazy,
Was he
if you get
abusive?
my drift. Not
Yeah.
necessarily, but he's got quite the opinion on things. We'll just
Really?
put it that
Was he
way.
was he a war veteran?
Yeah, yeah.
Really? Did you guys do anything for that Remembrance Day yesterday?
It was
Do
called
anything like
Veterans
that?
Day,
Veterans
but
Day.
Well, in
Okay.
no,
Canada
no,
they
we
call it
didn't.
Remembrance Day. I know it's fucking yeah. We like to do things different here. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. You guys are red and white, and you have no
Exactly. Z
blue.
and Z. Yeah, it's a,
And it's a Canadian Thanksgiving apparently. When is that? When is
Yeah, it
that?
yeah,
is.
and
It's in
that's like
October.
way
Yeah,
yeah, it's
or something
way
like that.
early
Yeah.
October.
Like, what do you guys eat though? Is like same thing, turkey
It's
and
the
Even
shit,
same
like
mashed
thing.
potatoes,
color, like
stuffing.
it's spelled a different way. A bunch of yeah, it's the same kind of food. That's the same gist, but we like
What?
to
What?
try to keep it different from you Americans.
You have duck relish? Is that a Florida thing?
Be duck,
Right.
turkey.
I was like the turducken.
Yeah, I've had duck about 4 or 5 times. It is pretty fucking good.
I never had it, but she said
Yeah, when I had it,
it
it was
sounds
pretty
nasty.
good. So yeah, when I first
No,
had it, I
it's
wasn't told it was duck. I was told it was chicken, and then after I ate it, then I was told it was duck. So I was like, well, wait to fucking tell me now. But I couldn't complain because I did like it. Yeah, except it was just a bit softer, the one I had. Ah,
I never. Yeah, I never liked the duck, man. A friend of mine we used to go to Queens and he used to like, oh, I'm so hungry. And he had this duck, Peking duck they had. It was like this, it's like a bread type of thing that's like fried and there's like duck in the middle, but it's like chewy and shit. It's like that game, when people are like, oh, it's gamey or whatever. I never was into that. I don't like fucking people eat venison and rabbit and shit.
You don't like
right.
deer? Like
I don't like.
anything like?
I don't like it. But you know what's weird about that, Griswold, that you say is like I've never had deer, but I just it's weird. I sound like a kid now, but it's like I know I don't like it. I don't know. I just look at it. I've seen pictures of it or whatever. You see, it looks very dry and shit. It's like an
It's all
overcooked
right.
steak.
It's chewy. Yeah. Mm.
I don't like.
It's yeah. Like I said, I'm more of a
You know what is really good though? Lamb. Lamb is really good though.
you like the
Yeah.
lamb, huh?
Yeah, I never
I
really
love
did
that
like lamb.
lamb.
I've had that about 10
That
times that I haven't
salty
liked it.
food.
I've not tried lamb ever, but you know what? I'm curious to know about lamb. Let's talk about lamb, right? How do you cook
Lamb.
a lamb? Like, what
You
type
just
of
cook
lamb
it.
do you eat? First of all, like like what is this? Like steaks almost, and something you fry it.
No, no, no. You just cook the animal. You basically put it out. You stick a stick through its rectum all the way through its mouth, and then you just churn it around for
What
hours and
the
hours on
That
an
is a
open
good
fire.
sight.
And
Hmm?
then after it's done, you just tear the meat off. The meat off just falls off the body because it's been cooking for hours.
No
And you
Hours,
just eat
way.
it
man.
like that. There's not like steaks of lamb or anything like
All
that
right.
when you eat it. It's more just pieces of meat. Yeah.
I remember Griswold telling me something about this, and it's true. Like he was telling me that there's people that take turns, like cooking this thing, and there's like consistently turning it around and shit.
Yeah,
It's crazy, man.
all day long, and then you eat
Yeah,
at
there are some
nighttime.
people that are crazy about making food.
I'm not gonna lie though. To be honest though, like I said, although I've never had goat and I really eat like those gamey animals, but that sounds good though. Sounds like fucking. I think I
That
like
sounds
that
It
good.
is
Just
barbecue
good.
flowing
pit
around in
fire shit.
instead of having
It's
cow.
hard to it's hard to have a bad barbecue meal. Like anything barbecue has got to be a little awesome. I'm not a fan of fish, but you throw that
Yeah,
shit on the grill and shit, it might be a little good.
of course.
I'm picky, man. I'm picky with what I eat,
Yeah, I
man.
did that once about 5 years ago, and it was very good.
What was that?
It was fucking full salmon. I forget what it was. I didn't cook it. It
Oh
was
yeah.
my pops. It was back when you could still make it outside. Now you can't
Oh
really leave the
right.
house. No, no, it was purchased at the store.
You know, most people that fish that I know people that fish and shit. They take fishing hardcore and shit. And these guys don't even take home what they catch. They'll catch it, take a picture, and put it back in the water,
Yeah,
man.
a few months ago, I remember me and Allison. We talked about that to some guy named Ryan Cosma. I'm not sure if people know him by that on here. But I personally don't
Oh,
get that
name
either. What's
dropping.
the point of catching a fish and then throw them back out there in the water? I think it's pointless myself. I think if you're gonna catch it, at least take it home, eat it,
Absolutely.
cook that
I
shit.
I don't eat fish, but I would like if I caught a fish, I'm gonna eat it. That's one thing. I
Yeah.
caught that fucking fish. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's like I'm definitely gonna put that shit on the grill or some shit. But yeah, I don't get that either. And these are like big fucking fishes too. They're like huge. Like I'm definitely taking this. Like this is you know what I mean? We're gonna chop
Right.
this shit up, fucking
Yeah.
cook it up. This is good eating, man. That old shit, yeah. People put the shit back. They don't know. They get fucking a little crazy.
And most of
It's
the time
funny
they put
now.
it back, it's already dead. So why not just keep it?
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
Oh yeah,
what?
I'm gonna put it
You're
back in
putting a
the
dead
seat.
fish back in the water.
Yeah, it's got a
Yeah.
fucking hook between his fucking eye. Let me just take this out
Yeah.
and put him back in there. Nice one, pal. That can't be fucking good for anybody. Like, and it's funny that you see these people take that fishing shit hardcore, man. It's like you ever seen the guy that goes fishing in like in the sea, and he's like with his bare hands, and he's like catching fish with like putting his hand through the mouth and shit.
They got on the
Fucking
Discovery
Yeah.
Channel. Yeah.
hillbilly
Yep.
shit, man.
Yeah, those are some
Real
crazy dudes.
yeah, man, definitely, man.
Call
But
those
then again,
swamp people.
the swamp people, right? And there's fucking people out there who fucking all day just watch that shit. Swamp people, ice road truckers, and all that shit, man. Let me fucking watch a couple of guys drive a truck. Let me see what they're doing. No, it's fucking
Yeah.
unbelievable, man. Yeah, go drive a fucking truck. But drive long. Hey, I'm not knocking drug drivers here, but who's gonna watch that?
I
Well,
wouldn't.
no, but you don't. Yeah, but
Sure,
you
there's the
don't get
one
it
guy
there.
that would.
Yeah, but you don't get it. They're on ice though. They're on ice.
It is a dangerous ass job. Those guys that do, like all in northern Canada,
Uh,
whatnot, driving through those rivers and lakes and shit when it's
yeah.
frozen. They're carrying tons and tons of weight. If that shit breaks, they're dead. I mean, nothing's gonna save you.
It's fucking crazy how they have those roads too. Like you would think that like, dude, at least these roads are so like they're up the hill, they go around and shit, and it's very steep, whatever. Like you would think they put some fucking cage around there or some shit, man. Like what the fuck? That wouldn't fucking hurt, would it? It's like
It's
you
gonna
sitting
add
there,
weight
man.
though. You know, if you had a cage, it's like I don't know. You can't be too heavy.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking put a fucking cage on that shit. How that shit's gonna be too heavy, dude? If you put the talking about like a like you know what I mean, like one of those ramp things they have like when they divide the highways.
What do you
Why can't
mean?
they just
Divide the
like
highways.
it's like okay, say for example, you can't like totally crash on the other side because they have like a divider, those barriers, those barricades. Yeah, in some
You want
sense.
them to put that on the rivers and ponds, or?
Not rivers and ponds. I'm talking about those steep mountain type things. You know when they got the mountain fucking
Oh,
like I said those ice road shit. There's nothing like you can literally make the a right the wrong way. You turn the right way, you're gonna fucking fall off that cliff.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure after you're doing it for, 5+ years, you get the hang of it.
So man, what happened with that old thing with the project you had to do it at that at school?
Project, man, that went to shit. It was awful. Which
Yeah.
we haven't done it yet. We're going to be the last group. There's 3 groups that do it. So it's a 10-minute newscast now. There's a 1-minute commercial, and then you have to do an ENG, which is you pretty much go out and just film something that has to do with the idea topic you did. So it's fucking these fuckers go behind my back. So a whole week I'm trying to get these assholes together to come up with an idea. So there's 6 of us. They go behind my back the day of when it's due. They decide we're gonna do some paranormal stuff. We're gonna do a newscast on
Yeah.
paranormal. And meanwhile,
Yuck.
these fuckers, they're not the talent. They gotta show up and do jack shit. Now, for some reason, these fuckers are, angry with me. I don't know what I did, so they're angry with me. But even though I'm already pissed off because these fuckers went behind my back. Now, so yesterday, we had, now for, backtrack here. The week before, we had pretty
Right.
much a free class. There was people that came in that we got some new equipment. So the people that made the equipment, they came in and they shot some video, took some pictures to promote the stuff. So we pretty much had a free day and we had to just shoot the shit and show off for these people. So we were a week behind in a sense. So the scripts that we had to hand in for our newscast weren't really due on Friday, which was yesterday. So it's the week after. So I knew this. And then this one bitch in my group, her name is Mackenzie. She's a twig. She's a white broad. She's probably 70 pounds. Now, that doesn't mean nothing, all right? But, she's an
Right. Right.
asshole,
Right.
so it does now.
Girls can be
So she
assholes, by
starts
the way.
freaking.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
She's an asshole.
she's freaking out. Yeah, she comes to me. Well, did you start the script? I was like, well, yeah, obviously. Well, you shouldn't have done that. Well, why shouldn't I have done that? Well, you and this guy were supposed to do it together. No shit, jackass. So now she
She
stops
totally
talking
wants
to me.
you.
All right, cool. And then an hour goes by, and me and this kid were working on the script, and then she comes into the room we're working on and walks up to us and, is this what you guys have done? We're like, well, yeah. Like, oh my god, you like, ugh, and walks away. So
What?
this other guy in the group walks up and he's like, I'm not as pissed off with you guys as they are, the other 2 people in the group. So I'm like, what are you talking about, pissed off? If you're pissed off, you can fuck off, because I'm pissed off. So he's
But
like, well, no, I'm not actually pissed off.
hold on, dude. Let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
So what? You rewrote
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
script of the thing that they wanted to do? You like
Yeah,
or
because we ended up having to do that. I originally just wanted to just do some other newscast stuff. That's what we
right?
have to do, and then add in that shit. But I figured, listen, I'm just gonna cooperate. Cause I'm not looking to get in any fights, anything like that. So I'll just cooperate.
So then,
So we start
they
writing
were
a script for
okay.
that paranormal shit. And I'm just losing my mind here because everything we write, I'm like, this is just so fucking stupid. It's dumb.
Right. Right.
And I feel, not embarrassed, but this is the stuff I'm putting out there too. Like I'm
Yeah, you're not
gonna be
proud
the
of the
person on
product,
camera
sure.
having to deliver this, and I just don't feel comfortable with it when there's other people, in this class that have some good stuff coming out, and then I gotta fucking deliver this shit. So I'm not too proud of that. So in my mind, I'm thinking of ways. All right, so how can I bury these people when I'm doing this? So in class, our
Right.
teacher came around to each group to see where we're at. Now, the shit thing was, when she asked what we were doing and all that, when she found out, she got excited about it and was like, "Oh, this is so cool." In my mind, I'm like, "What the fuck is cool about this? This is so dumb." So
Oh.
when she thought it was
Oh.
cool and everything, I was like, "All right, fucking, I'll just fucking go with it." And then the funny thing is, in Canada, the way our news is, it's nothing like a CNN or a Fox. When you see people on Canadian news, they're just standing upright with the stick up their ass, staring at the camera. They don't look at each other once. They don't have a conversation with each other. They just read news off the teleprompter. And it's no fun. So I'm like, when we do this, I'm gonna, I'm gonna try to make it conversational. I'm gonna talk to the other person that is the talent with me that's on camera. And she's like, well, no, that's just going to be boring if you do that. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? First, you think this is cool, and you say a
Right, right.
conversational type newscast is boring. I don't know what kind of news she watches, but I find it boring when it's not conversational. Now, after that, we had to just go out as a group and film some stuff, just, test stuff. So this other guy in the group that was saying, all right, I'm not as pissed off as with you guys as the other people. I don't know why he said that because he wasn't really pissed off. And so we're filming. And now with this kid, he's the kind of kid where like people will talk shit to him and he'll just let it go.
Okay.
So we're out and we're filming, and this
Pushover.
asshole, this cunt, says, "All right, you get over here and open up this tripod." Now, I'm gonna give the guy a break, even though he's kind of a moron. To set up a tripod, it's easy. You unlock it, you set it up, easy. But okay, give him the benefit of the doubt. The tripod was kind of old, so it was kind of archaic.
Okay.
And the teacher had to show the two assholes in the group how to do it. So obviously, it's got to be somewhat complex. So he does, and he's like, "All right, I don't know how to do it." And they're like, "You're a fucking idiot, you moron. You're so retarded, you fucking asshole." And he just loses it. "I'm fucking sick of this shit, you goddamn
No
fucking
shit.
cunt. I hate you. I wish you'd die. You're a fucking
What?
bitch." And that went on for a half an hour, and I had the biggest smile on my face. I was applauding the guy. It was
Right.
hilarious. So that's pretty much what happened. Our group, we got into our own civil war, like the movie. There was a team Iron
It
Man,
was
team Cap.
right.
We had a team Ben and team Mackenzie, and so far we
that's
buried the other
that's how it
group.
starts. Right.
Yeah,
So
so that's
everybody
that's
knows.
how it
Maybe if they
starts.
start so but how did it go overall though? Did you guys
Overall,
get
it
a
went
yeah.
horribly. We made no progress. So
So I mean
it's gonna be
I mean
interesting to see how it
did
turns out.
right. So you didn't get graded for this in a way yet.
No, no, this wasn't graded, thank God. Because if it was, it'd be
Right.
awful. I just can't work with these
So
assholes because
all right.
like usually when you work with people, you want to be able to, okay, we can work through our problems even if I don't like you. But these people, they bark commands when they do nothing, and they get real like,
Right.
oh, you're such a fucking asshole, fuck you, fuck this. That's all their
Yeah, they need to
dialogue.
cool
It's not,
down,
okay, how
definitely.
can we
Yeah.
work through the problem? How can we come to a
Right.
resolution? It's just fuck you, fuck you. You fucking do this, or you fucking idiot. That's all it is. So it's really like, fuck off, you fucking immature asshole. That's what it
Yeah,
comes to.
exactly.
So there were a lot of f-bombs shared between this group.
Right.
But it didn't go
Any
well. That's the progress
any
part. It's going
regrets?
horribly. Any regrets? Yeah, my biggest regret was 2 weeks ago when they came to me and said, "You want to be in our group?" I said yes. That's my biggest regret.
Really nice.
Fucking yeah, saying
So what?
I'll be in their group.
So
It's
you
so
made an
annoying.
enemy with her. She fucking hates your
Yeah,
guts. But
yeah,
that means
but
she
I
just
don't
wants to
care.
fuck you now.
Probably.
A twig.
Nah,
He gonna
yeah, the
fucking
twig
tree.
wants it.
Right. She
Not
totally
even a
wants it.
tree,
Yeah.
man. She's a can't even
Like a
compare. She's
stick
like
figure.
an ant. Not even a stick figure. A stick figure is
Right.
being nice. There's
She's
nothing
Ant
there.
Girl.
So she's
You
like
should
a
Ant
call her
girl, there
Ant
you
Holocaust
Girl.
go.
victim, like a
That's her new
Holocaust
fucking radio
victim.
name. Ant
She is
Girl.
pretty
You
much
should get
a
a
Holocaust victim.
fuck's sake. That fucking
There's
skinny?
no,
Is
there's
she like
no,
bred and
Yeah,
shit?
there's no bum
right.
behind. Yeah, and
It's
Right.
just
she's very fair
ribs,
skinned. There's
ribs
nothing
and
there.
like bone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight from
Water
Auschwitz.
and skin, no muscle tissue or fat.
Fuck. You know what you do? You should buy her a fucking sandwich every day. She's like, why? What are you doing? She's like, yeah,
Buy her
you
some
need to fucking
candy.
eat, baby. You
Buy
need
her
to
some
eat,
Yeah.
baby
chocolate.
doll. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think a
really
She's like, oh,
sandwich
he
is
likes
not
fatten you
even
me.
up.
cutting it. I gotta get her a
He
hamburger
likes me.
with extra
He's always buying
cheese.
me a turkey sandwich. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A fucking burger. He's always bringing
Get
me
her
a
some French
supersized fucking
fries.
fries. Yeah, this guy,
Yep.
I think he's starting to come around. I think he really likes me. I'm like, no, bitch. You need to get some meat in your fucking body.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Get some fucking
Yes.
some chocolate in your life or some shit.
Something like
Some
that.
bread. Eat like
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
loads
and
of
that rice,
bread.
because
Some
apparently that
carbs.
rice is
Yeah.
no good for you.
Yeah. Apparently rice is not. No, obviously it's a carb. So.
I don't fucking, whatever.
Wait a minute, they said
Gives a
rice
fuck.
isn't good for you? Who said that? What, there's a new study or something?
I people. Here's the thing. You're right. I'm not saying that rice is not good for you in terms of like bad, but people was like, it's that carb shit. People that who stay away for certain things or they eat a certain way because like, oh, I got to get enough protein and enough carbs and all this shit. It's
I
just like,
just eat, like, I just say eat whatever you want as long as you're not
yeah,
fat,
eat
you know?
exactly eat whatever you want. Just don't eat like a fucking pig. You know what I mean? That's it. Like I don't know. Like I fucking eat like twice a day. You know what I mean? So I'm not. I eat when I'm hungry. I don't fucking just eat just because people eat. People just go out there and eat just to eat, man.
Just 'cause they're bored. Like, I'm
Yeah.
bored,
My
nothing else to do.
my microphone ran down the hallway. I had to go chase it. I had to put it on a leash. That's why I was silent there.
You ran out of the
Dick.
studio with that one.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked like an idiot doing it.
Fucking UFC man tonight, man. Square Garden, bro.
I know.
Conor McGregor.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a
The
big one.
Oi. I mean, that's like
The
I'm not. You know
Irishman.
me. I don't know UFC too much, but I'm assuming this guy Gregor's gonna like beat this guy.
I mean, he can knock him out, or McGregor is probably gonna lose a decision if he doesn't knock him out, 'cause this guy can wrestle and box. So, either McGregor knocks him out in the first 2 rounds, or McGregor loses a decision. That's the
Listen,
only
I
way I
got
see it
something to
going.
say. I got something to say. Is
Ooh.
whatever engineer we got to get a new one because my microphone keeps bugging out.
Right.
Oh wow. Could be maybe like a bad
Those-
circuit or something within the
It might
microphone.
be. It
Ah,
might
it's
be,
the
but then
fucking
again,
bad
yeah, that's the
mics, man. Yeah,
engineer's
it's the
problem.
fucking the mics, man.
Yeah.
No.
And not the producer. The producer is good today. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the
the
engineer.
producer is relaxing. He's
Yeah.
The
fucking got his
sound
feet up.
engineer.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fucking, he's taking a
He's in
break,
the
man.
back smoking a stogie.
Fucking Sal. Behind the
Yeah,
fucking
fucking
glass.
Sal.
Just
Kissing nuts.
reading a new,
Kissing nuts.
just reading a
Who would've
newspaper.
thought?
Fucking,
Back to
yeah,
your UFC. We were talking
well, yeah, when is
Oh,
that,
yeah.
cut you
yeah,
off there.
when is that, and Chris Weidman,
Hey, you know
which,
what? I should probably, say something. You want to watch a fight? Right now on HBO, they have a heavyweight fight. It's
okay,
this fucking guy. His name is Luis Ortiz. I think he's Cuban, but
right.
he wins all by knockout, and he's fighting a guy of the name
Oh,
Malik
yeah, I heard it,
Scott.
and I'm not even
Yeah,
saying that,
and I
I
think
heard
it's
of
for a
that guy, he's like,
belt.
yeah, yeah, so this guy's gonna knock him out, bro, this guy's sick.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Let
Boxing,
me turn this on right now.
boxing used to be, I don't know, man,
It
it
used to
was like
be
what
the
UFC
sport,
is.
but now it's
That's
pretty
correct.
shit.
It sucks, man, and why is it, I don't know, I think people,
But you
I think
know
it's
what?
the
See,
corruption,
I
but the
gotta I
fights
gotta
are
bitch
pure,
on
though.
Canada again.
Okay.
See, Canada's so bad is we have an HBO Canada. And because of
I
this
like
HBO
that.
Canada, see, I don't because now I don't get that boxing, so now I can't
Oh
watch it. I
yeah, I
can't give,
forgot.
updates. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
which fucking blows.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, fucking
The
Canada.
Great North.
That line was used, I think, beautifully in a little movie called Deadpool you might have heard of. When,
Right. Never
if you
heard of
know
it.
the scene. Yeah, it's Ryan Reynolds, who's, a good
Oh,
Canadian
yeah,
guy.
Oh, Deadpool.
He
That's the
goes
one
to
in that
punch
Wolverine movie.
Colossus, I'm
I
pretty
love
sure.
that fucking movie.
Then he
Yeah, I
goes,
love that guy.
"Oh, Canada." Great scene.
He's in
Canada's
that
becoming
Wolverine
quite
movie, right?
popular. You know,
I
it's like
know,
it's
right? With
becoming
this
like the
whole
hip
election, yeah, you
place.
got all these
Exactly, it's like hip.
Americans saying, "I'm gonna
Snoop
move to
Dogg wants
Canada."
to move to the six.
Yeah,
We got
which is,
Oh, what a
you
fucking
know,
sellout. Fuck
25.
him. Go away, Snoop
I
Dogg.
exactly.
know. Yeah, how
Go
dare
away.
you, Snoop?
Go
Yeah.
away. And that's not a rip to Canada. Like, nah, it's one of like, oh, like, trust me, that's
No,
not a
go
not.
ahead, rip
Oh,
it,
go to
rip it.
go to
I'll rip it too.
Canada. Like, nah,
This
nah,
is
no, because
pathetic.
fucking Canada rules. Dude, Canada's the first one to legalize that fucking marijuana. Canada's got some great fucking buds. You know what I mean? It's fucking beautiful and shit. Got some hot broads over there. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Canada
Yeah, but
never
not as
talks
good
shit
as
about
America.
us. All right,
Hell yeah,
but I'm saying
man.
they
He's
never talk shit
absolutely
about
right.
us, so I'm not gonna talk shit about them. But you know what though? Fuck those guys who wants to fucking leave. They had this. You should have seen the clips of all the celebrities and shit that were doing their
I know.
fucking
There's
crying. Oh, you see the
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler? And by the way, what a fucking B-lister Chelsea Handler is. She stinks. She's not funny. It's whatever. Oh, she's edgy. Not the. Oh, she talks about a cunt. And I know it's like, oh, it's like that's an easy joke because people are like, oh, if you want to make fun of a girl, they're like, oh, I'm talking about my cunt. But it's true. All she does is talk about her fucking cunt. Like, shut up. That's not funny. And
Yeah,
she
I
was
They can
never
get
crying.
repetitive.
was really a fan of Chelsea Handler.
Yeah,
The
it's just
most
so
I
funny.
knew
Like
about
you
her
get in,
that 50
Didn't
Cent
she
was
date
banging her.
50
you're getting
Cent?
talked down
Yeah.
to by
Yeah, what the
celebrities.
fuck?
You're getting talked down to like, oh, I'm so ashamed of the people of the Americans, but don't worry, there's a lot of people out there. They're crying by that. They're like, there's a lot of ignorant people out there, and they think they're winning. Like, shut up. No, there isn't. They did their fucking facts. Actually, they did their research, and I'll be goddamn for them to say that there was no young person that voted for Trump. Dude, no young. They make it seem like, oh, only every young person voted for
Yeah, and
fucking
they want to
Hillary. I
make it
don't
seem
believe that's
like
the
only
case.
racists voted for Trump.
Exactly.
I
That's
mean,
fucking
the truth of
bullshit.
the
And
matter is
and the
there were a
celebrities.
good amount,
Oh,
but that's not what it was.
the celebrity. This girl's talking about doing blow and talking about her cunt, but she's so moral, and she's gonna tell us this
Right.
fucking president
Exactly. I love
stinks.
that.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Gotta
tell us
love
the
it.
president stinks and shit.
Only in
Fuck that.
America. I
Only in
love that.
America,
Only in
man.
America.
Fucking bullshit, bro. It's
Gotta
all
love it.
crap,
I
man.
love it.
It's all crap.
All right.
But I'll tell you this: it's like changing in
You
the
know what?
guards,
I will
Hal.
gladly switch places with these fucking people that want to move to Canada. I'll move to America. I don't care that Trump's president.
Yeah.
And me, and become an American, I will
How
100% get
dare?
behind Donald Trump.
Ugh.
He's the
How
president.
dare
And
Snoop
when
Dogg?
and
How
when
right?
when you have a president that is elected, no matter if you like him, if you don't, you got to get behind that man or woman if there ever comes a day. And you got to hope they're the best. You can't say you're going to
Yeah,
move
true.
to another
Gotta
country.
get level-headed. Be level-headed. Just like you were saying earlier, people fuck this and fuck that, and the people you work with. That's kind of like America. It was like a whole Hillary versus Trump. You were Trump in that situation, and she was Hillary. And it was like, oh, is she gonna win? I think she's gonna win. At first, she had the power, but Ben pulled it off at the end. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, and you know what? Fuck. That Snoop Dogg, right? How dare him? You know what? Snoop Dogg
A
freely
disrespect
was,
to,
yeah,
his
freely.
country.
Snoop Dogg was
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg was dude, Snoop Dogg was fucking freely smoking marijuana on camera and boasted about how much
This
marijuana
guy,
he
yeah, and
smokes
this guy, wasn't he? He's
before
supposed to be a
marijuana was
gangster.
legal.
A gangster.
Before marijuana was legal, dude. This guy was indicted for murder. He beat the charge, but he actually went to
Yeah.
trial for
He
murder
beat it.
and won,
Yep.
right? How dare this guy's talking about
But
America
he is
sucks? I'm
more
gonna
morally
leave.
correct than
The
Donald
guy made
Trump.
a fucking millions of dollars in this country. Millions of dollars. How dare him say anything bad about this fucking country? The guy was smoking fucking marijuana before it was legal all day. Smoking, go to
If it wasn't
MTV,
for
VMAs. He's
America,
smoking a blunt.
Snoop
He
Dogg
was the
would
only
not be the
guy.
man he is.
Illegal. Illegal. Exactly. Illegal. How dare I say when people are the celebrities need to shut the fuck up, man.
They
Shut the
do.
fuck up.
They
You're
gotta learn
not
their place
moral,
in
and
this
they're
world.
talking about like, and they're so smart. Like, oh, I'm leaving. I'm wearing glasses now, and I'm fucking black frame glasses, no lenses. Excuse me, no fucking whatever the fuck. Fuck these people. They suck. Snoop Dogg, you cocksucker. I used to fucking like that guy. Don't get me wrong. I still like the guy's a cool pothead. But if you want the one that Snoop Dogg turned liberal, you know what I mean? Fuck that, dude. Bullshit. I call
Right.
bullshit on that Snoop
I
Dogg,
know.
and I call bullshit on the women. Here's another thing that I call bullshit on, right? There's a lot of people crying to the fact that like, oh my God, I wanted to see a woman's president. A woman of my lifetime, or my mother, or my grandmother's 80, and this is sad. It's so fucking stupid because these people wanted to see a woman president, no matter what her politics is. Like that's dumb, and people are crying about that. Like, oh, like she got screwed. Like, no, dude. Listen, nobody cares. Black, white, Asian, woman, what the fuck ever. If you are a fucking good person that has that fucking morals, like you can't bullshit the American people. You can't bullshit people in general. And if you want to play that whole campaign game, or where you got to vote for who you want to be the person, then I mean, obviously, Hillary was a fraud. And I mean, that's not a woman. That's not the first woman you want to be president. If there was gonna be a woman president, she's horrible. She got her hand caught in the cookie jar. And to be honest, it was like a couple of days prior to the actual the election, and
Yeah,
she
the
got cleared by the
Huma, the
FBI,
Huma
whatever.
email with Anthony Weiner.
Yeah, right,
Well,
right.
what it
She got
was
cleared
when
by that.
they came out and said, "Oh, well, there were emails on her computer, and it was going back and forth between Huma And then there was Anthony Weiner in there, so then they wanted to reopen the case after it was closed, but they never formally reopened it. And then after, they just said, we're not even going to go there.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, here's the thing, right? Now, this is my conspiracy theory on this because I completely believe that Trump was going to lose.
Get in the picture. What are you talking about? I am in the
I
picture.
completely believe that he was going to lose their fucking campaign,
What are you
right?
talking about?
Ben, I thought that
I
there was
thought
no chance the guy
I
was going to
honestly
win.
thought there was no chance also.
There was no. I personally, like I said, dude, me neither. But I'm not gonna front. There was a little hope, and then when he
I don't want to cut him off. He's
won,
talking.
it was like when he won, it was just like holy shit, this is great, whatever. But I don't know, man. Just I lost my train of thought there, whatever the fuck I was saying. But yeah, you know what? I
Well,
don't
yeah, it really
fucking
shows that your vote matters.
Right. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I was proud of that. I was very proud of that, man. Because I
It was a
really
good
didn't
day to
believe.
be
Yeah, you're right.
American.
Yeah, what I was going back for, it was that whole thing. Like, now my conspiracy theories is that I think that maybe the FBI was like, listen, right? You're not gonna be president. You're too dirty to be president, right? You're too fucking dirty. Like, because if you become president, we're gonna
Yeah.
there's more cans of worms, more, right? So here's the thing. Like I think they sat her down. And it was like, look, we're gonna clear you off of everything, but you can't be president because if you become president, we can't protect you in some sense. Like everything is gonna come out, every fucking
Yeah,
thing.
Alex
And
Jones
she
would
was
have
like,
released all the information on
did
him or
exactly,
something.
exactly. Not well. I'm not going that low brow, buddy. Like I say, Alex Jones is a nut in
But
a
I'm
way
just
that
saying, you know what I mean. You know, like along those lines, there'd be somebody spreading
in
some
some
sort of
sense.
rumor
So
that
I
it
think
might be
now there's like
true.
so in some sense, and that's my conspiracy theory because in some sense I'm just totally surprised. But then again, that's probably a stupid thing that I just said. It's very ignorant because I'm America finally in a way like the whole thing Trump said America great again. I'm just impressed for the Americans, dude. They actually voted and made a difference. I can't believe it. Now people say the wrong thing, like they don't like voting is all about like the outcome and shit. Like we want people involved. We want people involved. But with all due respect, not going there, but the liberal media, it's the liberals. They was like, yeah, we want you involved, but when you're voting for our guy, but God forbid you vote for Republican, man.
God
Holy
forbid.
shit,
Well, I think
man.
that's both
God fucking
sides
forbid.
with no matter what. Yeah, no matter what side it
Boo.
is.
But no, but I don't think
Yeah.
there's no campaigns like remember like Rock the Vote. There's no Republican campaigns where they're telling you, hey, the Republicans never go. We need to get the people out there and start voting. It's usually liberals that are saying that. It's the Democrats are usually saying get the kids involved. They have to vote. They have to
Right.
vote. But what they're saying is vote for us. Vote for Democrats.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't.
obviously.
You rarely see the Republicans. Republicans are their base is always been about older people that who knows who's not kids, who's not young, who's been around the block a few times. Democrats, they say most of their votes are fucking young people. To be completely honest, it's Obama won through young people and white people. By the way, no matter what, it
Yeah.
just goes to show. Like people were, they were just like, oh well, this other cunt named Samantha Bee. And she had this whole rant about she was like blame white people or for fucking Trump winning, blame white because they pulled out those statistics and shit where they were showing during the
Yeah.
election how how more whites voted for this and more black and Hispanics. And here's another thing. This is how another thing how shit don't make fucking sense. If voting is supposed to be anonymous, how the fuck do they know a Hispanic voted for this and a black voted for this, a lady voted for this?
Because they
How?
just go up to him and ask him, and they take a tally. So those people could be lying.
Yeah, they got those fucking
Yeah.
people.
To get those
They do
tallies,
that.
my ass. Because I thought voting was supposed to
Yeah.
be confidential, and it should
Nah.
be in some sense. Because apparently,
just
from what I heard, it's illegal to take a picture of who you voted for.
Yeah,
Really?
it
That's what
depends
I
what
heard.
state. Yeah, depends what state.
Depends on what county, probably, too.
Yeah.
Right. But even
Yeah,
but
all that
wouldn't that be
flahasa.
illegal all around though? Because what if you put it on Facebook and then some guy you got a friend from Kentucky and it's illegal in Kentucky? So what does that fucking mean? You're fucking Kentucky. Does that mean that Kentucky is gonna be fucking the fucking that means that is
I
that
don't know, but
Kentucky's
all
like
I
gonna
know
like
is
arrest
this.
you? What's
History
called like don't
was
He
stand in
knows what he
made.
Kentucky.
We
knows.
Don't lie.
can't
He knows what he
God,
rewind
this
knows.
time.
fucking
We can't
producer, man.
rewind time. Okay?
Sal the
So
fucking
at the end of the day,
right,
he's the elected.
right.
He's the elected, and that's all you gotta deal with it for next year. So let's change
Well,
the
yeah, I
subject.
think that's
I
the
need a
point that
stiff
we
one.
were
I need a
getting
stiff
at.
one.
Yeah.
You need a stiff one.
I need a
Alright,
stiff
go
one,
ahead, have
buddy.
a stiff one.
Well,
Have a
one
drink
more
on
thing
me.
about this
No
politics.
fucking
I got
chaser on
something to
this
say.
one. Jesus,
I got something
please,
to
Ben,
say.
go
Is
on.
these goddamn
Go ahead, say it.
fucking Democrats that want to
Yeah,
bitch
liberals.
about
Right.
how these, Trump supporters, they're so violent, they're this, they're that. But as soon as Hillary loses, what do? They start rioting. I
Exactly.
mean, I don't want to pull a race card, but then you get a
Right.
bunch of black guys pull out
Oh
this white
yeah.
guy out of his car
Yeah.
because
Oh
they
really?
didn't know
I
he
Really?
didn't
was
see
Where's
thought
this.
this?
they
I
Where's
didn't see
thought
this?
this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
they
see
need
this
to.
thought
either.
that he was a Trump
This.
supporter, so they
Right.
beat the fuck out
What
of him.
city was this
Oh
in?
really?
I don't
No,
know
I
what
think
city,
no,
but I
I
seen
no.
it on the news.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
Griswold. I think I heard this. No, believe
Yep.
Griswold. Guess not. Check this out, dude. They were, where they're of all places, Oregon, Oregon, dude.
Well,
Fucking,
Oregon, yeah, because
yeah.
Portland
Oh,
is going through some
Matthias.
shit right now.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently
Portland.
they were the ones.
Matthias, right? He
Yeah,
was out
Matthias
there,
was out
wasn't he?
there. Yeah, I saw Matthias out there in the crowd, fucking
Yeah.
throwing like pipe bombs and shit. The fuck was
Oh
he doing?
God
wow.
damn, Matthias.
Yeah.
He's
What
trying
do
to
they call
make
those
something
cocktails?
happen.
Molotov cocktails and shit over there. You know what I mean? But you know what though? Listen, I don't. I truly believe, Ben, that if Trump lost, I truly believe there would have not been people rioting. I think there were one thing
Yeah.
about Trump supporters. They're very quiet. They're not. Yes, they're vocal at the campaigns and they're vocal about Trump. But now that Trump won, like they're not. They're not sore winners in a way. Like in a way, they're not gonna
Yeah.
like, oh, rub it in your face. Trump rules. Everything is quiet. Shh, shh. You know what I mean? Hush. We all know what's
Right.
gonna
Yeah.
happen. We all know. We all we know this, man. We know what's gonna happen, and this is happening swiftly. And I'm telling you, swiftly it's gonna happen, man. So it's just like they're being quiet about it because even though it's one thing, you can't go to work the next morning, right? And I'm from New York, which is a blue state, very democratic,
Yep.
very liberal,
Yes, it
right?
is. Yeah.
Unfortunately, right? But it's very liberal. So when you go to work that day and everybody's fucking moping and they're sad and they don't want nobody wants to work. This is everybody, dude. It's so weird because it's like
I don't want to
I
cut
don't
you off
think
there, but
that
I have a question because you would
yes.
know. Obviously, you're older than me. So, with New York being a blue state, wasn't like wasn't one of the best mayors or not Giuliani? Wasn't he the mayor back in like the day?
It's weird. It's very
What was
weird,
he?
right? Believe it or not, he was
Yeah.
Republican. Absolutely.
Yeah, because he's
I,
Republican, and
no,
everybody loved him,
absolutely.
didn't they?
No, it's weird.
Or am I
Within
thinking
the
of someone
counties.
else?
No, no, Giuliani, Mayor Giuliani,
Yeah.
one to me the greatest mayor. But then again, I didn't live that fucking long way where there was too many mayors. It was
Yeah.
Giuliani. It was fucking what's it called? Bloomberg and De Blasio. I think
Yep.
I've been
Bloomberg.
through three
Yeah.
mayors, right? But fucking yeah, Giuliani was fucking amazing. But it's weird, Ben, that yeah, New York, in terms of the counties and mayors and legislature and shit, they tend to vote hardcore Republican. It's weird, especially
Yeah.
upstate New York. Relish, he said he spent some time upstate. He lived there for a while. He
Yeah, I
understands.
got
He knows what
family
I'm
all
talking
over
about.
there.
It's
My uncle actually
upstate New
died in
York. It's
9/11.
very yeah, dude. That's yeah.
He
It
actually died
sucks,
in
man.
9/11, dude.
Upstate New York is very Republican, dude. It's very Republican, and I mean, there's a lot of places in New York that are
Because
Republican.
it's
He
not as
said,
urbanized. It's a
correct.
lot
Yeah.
more just
For example,
industrial.
Giuliani was the
You can
mayor
also
for
go
eight
to the
fucking years,
board.
right? And then
Yep.
yeah, for 8 years, and he was Republican. And you know who followed him? Michael Bloomberg. And Michael Bloomberg
Yep.
was the mayor for 8 years, and he was Republican. And this guy was a South African apartheid prick, and he was Jewish too. You know what I mean? He liked
Yes,
those
he was.
diamonds, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Yeah, Bloomberg,
Jew.
Bloomberg. But he was a
Huh?
good mayor.
Huh?
Hey, but this guy De
Yeah, that's what I
Blasio,
kind of want to, within politics, I'll switch this up a bit. Because
right?
from what I've heard was obviously Giuliani. I heard he was great. Bloomberg was great.
Absolutely.
But this other guy, this De Blasio
De
dude. What do you
Blasio.
think of him?
Oh.
I've heard some
I
very,
hate the guy.
some
He
opinions.
sucks.
This guy's a fucking moron.
Yeah, yeah. The guy is a
I
fucking moron.
heard
And
once he
and
fucking he took up
oh,
that
he's
all the
done.
homeless people came out of nowhere, and they're just on the
Of
streets
course they
now.
did. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, they're always. I mean, the cops would sweep that up. Let me tell you, this is why. First of all, De Blasio sucks balls, and I swear to God, the next time he comes for election, he's gonna lose. This is Republican shit coming down now.
Yeah.
Like it or not, most people, right? But no, dude. In Giuliani was so good because at one point, New York City was a cesspool of like it was disgusting. It was dirty. There was like trash a mile high because there wasn't enough garbage men. And they weren't getting paid enough. There was a lot of porno in Manhattan. Like you go to fucking Manhattan,
Yeah.
dude. It was porno, triple X. Go watch those old movies,
Well,
Taxi
yeah,
Driver and shit.
I really don't want to cut you off again and shit, but
You're not cutting me off, bud.
what about those beat off booths? I heard that they used to have those booths where you can
They
go
Oh,
were
beat off.
everywhere.
first
Yeah.
of all, they were
Ask
Yeah, are
Lobo
they
everywhere. First
still?
of
Bus.
all,
Yeah.
I
yes.
see.
Well, they were everywhere, every corner. Well, I was, like I said, first of all,
Yep.
I was a kid in my dad's old station wagon in the back. And we had, we drove to the city, Manhattan, for whatever. And it was a
Yeah.
cesspool. It was hot dog stands and triple X stores every fucking where. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
was like you said, like the people. Here's the thing: you would go, you would pay this like a fucking 50 cents,
Face it, we
and
gotta
they
get
put
a
these porno
job.
movies. Mind you, this is but mind you, this is before internet, whatever. So you go watch porno at the movie theater, dude, at the movie theater,
Yeah.
and people, it won't let you
Yeah.
go in there. It's like, oh, you're the only guy in there. It's like packed, right?
Yeah. A
But
bunch of people.
you're not allowed to jack off. That was the whole thing. You're not allowed
Right.
to jack
What's the
off.
point of
That's why
that?
Pee Wee Herman got in
You
trouble.
got to
Well, I
critique
don't
the
know. You know
art.
what I mean? It's
You got to
whatever,
take
right?
notes.
Right, but then the problem is that, and this was the mafia was running rampant, and back then, like the guys that who ran all the porno in the city were mafia guys. Like they would say like, oh, the guy, what's your
Right.
business? I run
Yeah, I
all the
know all
porno in
about that.
Manhattan.
My
I run
grandpa
all
was in it.
I run all the porno in Brooklyn. Yeah. Yeah, so these guys run all the porno. Believe it or not, all the guys that ran the porno back in those days were the mafia all day, right? But one thing about Giuliani, and he was Italian, by the way, he cleaned
Yep.
up New York so much where it's Disneyland now. You go to Manhattan, it's fucking Disneyland, Starbucks, and businesses, and all this shit, all this nice shit, and people spending fucking $250,000 a month to live in a bullshit apartment that's smaller than your bedroom. You know what I mean? It's fucking
Yeah, I know.
I
ridiculous,
know.
but
Yep.
it's
It's
that shit.
ridiculous.
And they're turning Harlem to that. They're turning
Yep.
They already turned Brooklyn into that. They're pimping New York,
Yes, they
whereas I'm
did.
telling
Yeah.
you, man, it's fucking horrendous. The it's overpriced. But I mean, dude, it's like, but back in the days, Giuliani, he cleaned that up. He was the guy who cleaned up New York, and he's the one who he was in charge. Well, you can't say in charge, but he wanted to bring down the mafia. And if you can say any mayor who brought down the mafia was Giuliani. Giuliani was Italian. This is why there was a hits out on him. He
Yeah.
was a part of. He was like not the mayor at the time, but
Yes.
he was a part of bringing John Gotti down. John Gotti, by the way, who truly to me was the last fucking mafia boss, the last gangster,
Oh, the
the
last
last
one.
don,
The
The
guy.
the last
kingpin, if
don.
you
I
will.
have a yeah, actually I have a T-shirt that's fucking like 10 years old. It's Daily News, and it says the last don. It showed when John Gotti fucking got arrested. They knew when they gave him life in prison.
Do you remember when
I
they
love that
opened that
T-shirt.
A&E show with the Gotti family? It
Oh
was
yeah,
his
absolutely.
wife and the
Oh
boys.
yeah, with the fucking kids, with the
Remember
That
stupid
was
that?
Guido
ridiculous.
kids. Those kids were
Yeah, it
total
was like,
jagoffs.
I mean, but just the fact that they exploited his like
Speaking
whole
of jagoffs,
lifestyle that much, it's like, oh wow.
right? No, not you, but not you, Grizz. I'm talking about those fucking kids with the Guido
Yeah.
hair. I swear to God, right? I'm from Long Island. Those kids were from Long Island, right? I go to Roosevelt Field, the Roosevelt Field Mall. It's a big popular mall on
Yeah.
Long Island. I swear to God, one of the most popular in New York. Actually, there's some people like they would, from Brooklyn, whatever. They come to the Roosevelt Field Mall because they want to bang Long Island broads. It's one of those things. A lot of hotness. If you want to see fashion of today's fashion, you want to see what everything is new. You go to the Roosevelt Field Mall. It's one of those things, right? And those guys used to all the time. Those Gotti kids used to be at the Roosevelt Field Mall, and they were bitch ass niggas. Bitch ass niggas, like I'm telling you, like they would just give it up in some sense. Like I saw those guys get the shit beat out of them, but they always
Really?
had some
Oh wow.
hot broads. They always had hot broads, and they had some cool cars and shit though all day. What up, dude? What's up? Yes, I do mind. No, there's the last 15. You're counting me down now. What's going
He
on, bud?
he wants a
Oh.
caller for like the last 15
Yeah,
minutes
we're
to
getting a
call
caller
in.
in here.
Maybe the
Yeah,
last
we
two
seem
minutes.
to have
I
a
don't know. Maybe
caller
I don't
coming
know.
in.
You gotta prep people. I don't know. I mean, here's the
I
thing.
mean,
Jesus Christ.
you could
Yeah, we
pull the
gotta
Man,
trigger.
ID the caller.
you know what? I want to fucking like what did Eminem say? Crush a fucking glass bottle in my hand and swallow it. That's what I want to do right now. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like I swear, like you just, yeah, yeah. You see what I'm trying to do over here?
I
You know what?
see. I see. All right.
Boxing used to be fucking good, man. Boxing used to be the fucking
Yes.
shit,
Yeah, it used
right?
to be the
Then,
shit.
oh my
It's
God,
gonna
I
be
swear to
good this
God,
month. Andre Ward versus Kovalev.
That
I
is a
swear.
very big
See,
fight, but
so,
it's so
right?
rare
No, no,
that
no.
you
That's right.
have
No rules.
the number
Meaning that
one and number two
correct.
guy fight each other. It's very
Right, and I was gonna
rare.
say it sucks that I don't think that most people is gonna know about that. It sucks that boxing used to be the shit because when I was a kid, right,
I'm gonna
I used
watch
to
that
watch.
though.
boxing fights when we were kids, like because I told you my dad every time he had like the boxing fight every month and whatever, they had a lot of people in
All
my
the kids would
living
come
room,
over from
Yeah.
the
and we
It used
neighborhood.
to
watched
be a religious
absolutely
thing
Yeah,
here.
big
and
pizza
yes, it
party.
was, and everybody knew about the boxers. Everybody knew it. It was the best. Like you had your favorite boxer and shit. Like everybody had their own guy, and it's not like that at all. If
No.
Ben, you're a fucking fan, and Grizz knows
Yeah.
that you guys. I'm saying you guys fucking follow fighting. You
Well,
guys study fighting.
see, that's the thing. I used to
Floyd
be, but
Mayweather,
I checked
right?
out because I got sick of these guys that would just fight like ranked 200
Ugh,
guys, not
right.
even in the
Oh,
top
I know.
100,
I
just
know. I
fighting.
know.
And then they fight a guy that's two weight classes below them, and
It's
I
like
had to
the
check out after all
OWC,
that.
huh?
Yes,
For
yes.
Now
people
here's
that
the
don't
thing,
know what
right?
I'm talking
OWC, that's a
about,
fight night
yeah.
What is that?
game mode, yeah.
Okay.
All the fight
Nice.
night
It's a
OGs should
mode
know
where all
that.
the
Please check it
people
out,
that hold
everybody. Listen,
belts,
check
they
that
never
shit out.
defended against the
Fuck
people
that,
they
ain't
should be
douchey.
defended
You
against.
gotta plug something.
Yeah.
When we up in here, you gotta plug something. But you know what though? Like, dude, do you fucking Ben? Man, you in Griswold, fighting. But here's the thing, I'm not just like whatever, trying to be like an asshole, say some douchey shit. But like, I think Floyd Mayweather was the greatest boxer of all time. I
I
think
don't
of all
think
I
so.
time. I
wouldn't
don't
say
know
all
if
time, but I think generation. Yeah,
No,
he would
here's the
be
thing, right?
number
Okay,
one.
you're right. All time is kind of strong, but here's the thing: when you say, "Oh, fucking," not you, I'm saying, but people will say, "What about Sugar Shane? Sugar Ray Robinson?" Excuse me. But it's like, come on, dude. Like I know he fought. He got like 100 and something wins and shit. Like, but he fought a lot of cab drivers, a lot of tomato cans. Like, come on, man. Like, he fought a lot of jobbers, bro. I'm not saying like
It
he
was a
fought all
totally different
jobbers,
era because you were fighting every week pretty much.
right?
So no matter what, but even then, the cab drivers then were still somebodies in a sense.
I
I
guess,
guess
but
you could
then
put
I
it
guess
that
I
way.
guess modern day
Yeah.
fighting. Then you know what? The modern day fighting, I think.
Because now,
I'm
like
not saying
then,
modern day
it
fighting
wasn't
UFC,
as
but
like,
boxing.
even though it was still a classy thing then, now it's more
Right.
production. It's not so much the fight.
What about modern day boxing? Do you agree that Mayweather was the best? Modern day
Yeah, that's what I
boxing.
said. Generational, he's the best of this generation. There's a reason why he
Right.
is 49 and 0. What is it like that? Yeah, 49 and
Yeah,
0.
49
I
and 0,
read
yeah.
this article saying that Manny and Floyd met at the hotel after Pacquiao's fight, but a rematch. But and if it happens, I'll watch. But I
Nah,
think
I mean, yeah,
worthless.
I don't think that Floyd Mayweather should even risk that at all. Why would
No,
he
yeah,
even
because he's
risk
a
taking a
perfect. Yeah, why
loss?
do
Yeah,
it?
he's bugging.
But I
I,
don't think he will, man. Pacquiao was so, oh man. Pacquiao used to be my favorite, and people who know me good know that. I used to be a mark for Pacquiao. But after the Antonio Margarito fight, he just was
okay,
never the same. He never went
absolutely,
for a
I
finish.
totally
And then
agree.
there was one time where he looked rejuvenated, wanted to fucking kill somebody. Was that Marquez fight, the Juan Manuel Marquez fourth fight, and I was there live. I'll say that, plug that there. Now, when I
That's
was there,
awesome.
man, it
That's
was such
fucking
like
great, man.
a
Right.
crazy event because when you see Pacquiao, he looks rejuvenated. His punches look hard, but then I believe it was the third round, Marquez just fucking dips down and boom, right hand, and fucking the way Pacquiao went down. It's like, oh shit, this is an actual
Yeah,
fight that's
I'm
gonna
not gonna
happen
lie,
tonight,
dude.
boys.
That
And
literally
and when
is,
I was
yeah,
and that's not even the knockout I'm
punch in the
talking about.
button.
I'm talking about the first drop.
Oh, okay,
It,
okay.
it, it was so crazy seeing Marquez because
Yeah,
Marquez,
yeah, yeah.
naturally a
That was
little
fucking
guy,
amazing. Yeah.
not muscle.
Yep.
This guy fucking comes in jacked up,
But
looks like the
he can
Terminator.
scrap, man. He can scrap though.
Yeah.
Marquez. Yeah, he's
And
a
with me being
Mexican.
a
You know what I
Pacquiao
mean?
fan, I was sitting around, I should say, a bunch of Mexicans, and I was the only Pacquiao fan there. So it's funny every time there
Really?
was shit,
See,
there'd
I'm
be
not
beer
even
flying
faking up. This
everywhere.
is fucking for real. That's hilarious, dude. I can see you with a guy in
Yeah,
Mexican hats. Marquez, like you're just trying to watch a fight, dude. Like
yes,
fuck,
I know, and you
they're
get these
invested.
Mexicans
Like,
just fucking going crazy. So yeah, after that, I think it was the third round when Pacquiao got dropped. Like everybody's getting up, like holy fucking shit, this is a
right,
fight.
right.
And then I believe it was fifth round, fifth or fourth, and Pacquiao drops him. And he had fucking Marquez hurt, and I believe the fifth round. And being there, it looked different watching it back on TV, but being there, it looked like Marquez was real fucked up. Looks like the fight was about to, it
Right.
was going to be over in a round or two. And we
Yeah.
get to that sixth round. Then Pacquiao
Yeah.
just going by the numbers. He's doing that
He was like
feint,
that ocean.
jab, the one jab,
Yes.
feint,
Regulars.
jab, left, and then he just fucking went for him.
Science.
Boom! And literally
Beautiful.
the last second of the sixth
I
round,
mean,
boom,
and
that
that
guy went to
punch.
sleep.
Here's the thing,
Oh!
right?
And
That
that took
punch,
the life
it's
out of him.
weird. You can see some really harsh like knockouts from like Tyson and whatever. But to me, I'm
But
not
that
gonna
one
lie,
was a
dude.
killer
That's
shot.
top five. That right there was the top five. Like
Yes.
whole this
Like
guy
the thing
fell
with
flat on
Tyson,
his fucking face, dude.
yeah, the thing
Literally,
with
Pacquiao.
Tyson it's like when you watch Tyson, that's a vicious guy. But when those guys get knocked out, yeah, they're getting fucked up. But like they know they're about to die. Pacquiao
Right.
went right in and boom,
Right
face
in and
down. How
boom,
often
and
do
it
you
was
see
like
that?
that's the beauty of it because those are the button shots. It was like one of those things in boxing is what's kind of great about it. Well, obviously UFC too, but I'm saying with boxing, what was great is that no matter what, you can go this epic 8 rounds, 6, 7 rounds, but one punch
Boom, one
at a
shot,
certain spot,
done.
that's it.
And
It's
you know
gone.
what's
Lights
funny about
out,
that one
baby.
punch? I remember when Marquez was training for that fight, it was pretty much like he didn't want many people recording it. It was pretty much closed.
Right.
And I remember there's a video that kind of got leaked out there, and it was of Marquez sparring. And he was just practicing that one shot the whole time, and he dropped his sparring
Really?
partner, fucked him up with that right hand, that same right
Oh
Oh
hand.
yeah, that was a
shit.
When I was
good match.
watching that, I was like, ah, that's going to be nothing. And then the fight comes.
That was
Boom.
You know, but that Marquez guy was a little crazy because the guy used to drink his own urine. If you
Yes.
remember that,
Yes.
he
Yep.
did, and he would drink his own
Yes,
urine
he
all the
did.
time. And
His
he,
own
and he
urine.
thought that would help him and
Machida
shit.
did
But
that. You know,
did
some
he?
guys do that. Yeah,
They do say that, it does,
Is
it's
he
good for
good? I
your
mean,
body,
Machida,
but
here's the thing I told you. I'm not
Machida
talking
was one of the
UFC.
best.
Is he any
Yeah,
good?
yeah, it was a man. He was a former light heavyweight champion.
People are so pissed. Like, you don't know Machida. Like, sorry, I heard of that name though. But yeah, but that's
I
sick,
only
right?
knew
You know,
about him
this
because
guy,
of Griswold. I don't know that much about UFC.
right? This guy, Jorge Posada, he used to play for the Yankees. He was the catcher. He's like, I want to say Hall of Famer, but he's a Yankee Hall of Famer all day. Apparently, he would like take a piss and like store his piss and then like soak his
Oh,
hands in piss because apparently he said it gives him the best grip. I know exactly what you said.
oh
Yeah,
my.
everybody was like,
These
nobody. This is what he
fucking
said. Nobody
superstitions
would shake.
these athletes
Yeah,
have. So
right.
weird.
But nobody would shake Jorge Posada. Only the rookies because they wouldn't know. But nobody would shake Jorge
Yeah.
Posada's hand ever. Nobody does. They're one of those things. If you know him, you will never shake his hand. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's funny the fucking superstitions that these guys got, man.
Yeah, it's very
I
weird.
get it, man. It's all about winning, man. Sure.
Yeah. But even then, I don't think I would take it that crazy. But there's a
Nah, but
reason why
this
I'm
is
not an
hockey team.
athlete.
The Islanders, right? These guys, every time they travel on the bus, and it's so funny because these guys are so local. I wish, they're no longer on the Long Island. They were used to be in Long Island, so like they play 10 minutes away from where I live, but now they're Brooklyn. But prior to that, these guys would drive the bus and shit, and it was like every time they would pass a fucking a grave, a cemetery in some sense. Yeah, cemetery.
yeah.
They had to do the cross thing, like this and that, and if they don't, they have a fucking shit game.
Oh,
And it never worked because the Islanders always sucked.
yeah.
You know.
The Knicks got to find some superstition. Get those guys going.
Fuck
My
is
God.
going on with that shit, man?
Dude,
I'm
man, you
telling
would think, like, finally, man, Derrick Rose, no, even those guys, even being, I mean, okay, maybe they're past their prime, but even past their prime, they're still fucking good. They got this Courtney Lee guy, he can ball. They got
Yeah.
Melo,
Oh yeah.
who's got to be, what, top 10?
Yep.
And then you got this young guy, Kristaps Porzingis. And then on the bench, you have Brandon Jennings as your point guard. You would think this team could, do some shit. But,
Right.
man, I used to be a big Phil Jackson supporter. I thought he was
So was
the
I.
man. I
I
thought
know
when
you're
he
going
come to
this,
New
and I
York,
agree.
it's going to change. But that, as much as I got to admire him for this whole triangle offense, what he did as a coach with the triangle was amazing stuff.
Right.
Amazing stuff.
But what
But
year
as
was
a
that? Was it
front
20 years
office
ago?
man, well, it was last time. What was it? 2009 when he won a championship.
Right. The Lakers.
Yeah.
That's right. I was thinking
Yeah.
Chicago.
No, yeah, with the Lakers. See, he did that,
But this front
and that
office
was a
thing. So
team
what
that
are you saying with the
Lakers.
front
Not
office?
to say the Lakers had a shit team because they won a championship, but they did have Gasol. But they had a bunch of
Right.
role players mostly after that. I mean, there's probably gonna be one guy say, "Well, no, there was this one guy." Okay, correct me if I'm wrong.
Right. I
Whatever.
know exactly.
But you got
Gasol
Kobe
was a
and
role
Gasol
player.
mostly, and to what
He was
they
Kobe's role
with
player.
with that triangle to make the thing with the triangle was beautiful is it made role players more than role players. They were contributors. They were a factor on the team. It made these small guys actual players, have a significant role. Now, with that
Do you
being
believe
said,
in
if
it?
you're going to be in the
Do
front
you believe in it?
office, I do.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
believe only certain people can teach it. It's an archaic system. That system was back in what, like the 50s, the 40s?
Correct. Right.
Longer than
Very
that, maybe.
back in the old days. Back
And
before the
these,
shot
and
clock and the paint and
yeah.
all that shit.
Now,
3-point
things have
shots.
changed in the NBA since 2009. And a lot of coaches don't believe in that. If you're a Phil Jackson, if you're not going to get off your ass and coach the goddamn Knicks, forget about the triangle offense because there's nobody that's going to be able to teach it like you. So forget about it. When you hire a guy, Jeff Hornacek, let him do his thing. That's
Exactly.
what
I
he was
agree.
told in the meeting, that I'm not
Right.
going to make you do the triangle. I'll let you do your thing. But no, they won a game and they looked amazing. I forget which game it was, but it was like 5 or 6 games back, and they looked pretty fucking
Right.
good.
They
Guess
did. I
what?
know
They
what you
weren't
mean.
running the triangle.
Right.
And guess what? The next practice after, who shows up at the practice? Phil Jackson, and
Rambus.
he's saying, I
Yeah,
want more
Rambus. Yeah.
triangle. Well, no, no, not that. Now
He
this is
wants more
comes
try like more
later.
cowbell. I'm more cowbell. Right.
Yeah, like
Okay.
yeah. So about 4 games later, what did they do? Well, first of all, it was a mistake bringing back Kurt Rambis. The players hated him when he took over for Derek Fisher,
Mm.
and the players weren't pleased that he was hired back. But then you have Phil hiring his good friend Kurt Rambis that you can't let go.
And you know
Don't
what
hire
I
your
think
friend if you
though?
can't let him go. And
Absolutely. And
the
another
thing
thing,
is,
I
and
agree
then
with
now
that.
you're putting him on defense. The Knicks have, I think, the worst defense in the NBA right now, and you're
Right.
gonna put a guy Kurt Rambis on defense.
And
You
here's the thing. I
gotta,
think right. This is
oh
my theory. That
yeah.
fucking. I think Phil is not like. Although he I don't think did he have anything to do with hiring Hornacek?
He did, yeah, because what he
Okay.
did when he got hired for the Knicks, James Dolan, he's the owner of the Knicks. Now, before
Correct.
Phil Jackson came in, he made all the decisions. He was pretty much the basketball guy there, even though he was the owner. And when he met with Phil at like a Christmas party, and he had this talk with Phil, and Phil said, "Listen, if I'm gonna, work for you, get out of my way. I want the
Right.
control.
Right.
I don't want you to barge in or anything. Just get out of my face and let me do my job." So that's what's been going so far, and I had faith in Phil, and he pulled off a
But
very good trade in Derrick
he did.
Rose.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely,
man,
and,
it's the
it's gonna warm up.
staff.
Even Rose admitted that, like, dude, it's gonna take a little time. But one thing I just
Yeah,
saying that maybe Phil Jackson is so old school. He goes like, you know what, Hornacek is coming in. Think about it, right? With his plays and his playbook and his style, right? But I think what Phil Jackson's not liking is that a lot of his styles Utah Jazz in a way, because that's where he's
yes.
literally spent his whole
Yeah,
career
that's
in.
where he.
So
Yep.
he's like, in his mind, he goes, well, we used to fucking wipe the floor with the Jazz all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was a Bulls
Yeah.
guy. I'm a Laker. Like, dude, the Jazz, they were never a threat. So I don't think you're the guy. He's having like buyer's remorse. He's regretting it. But like, yo, dude, come on. Like, Hornacek, like, show this guy some dignity over here. Like, don't fucking
Yeah,
shit
but
on him
even
and
these,
shit. You know?
even Phil Jackson's pupils and Steve Kerr, Luke
Right.
Walton, and man, I just want to really Luke Walton. For people to say that coaching doesn't mean anything, it's all about talent in sports, that is
Look at
such
Ty
jack
Lue.
shit. Because
Look at Ty
Luke
Lue.
Walton, well,
Right.
even him, I mean, a
Okay.
good coach, but what
Okay.
Luke Walton is like. Now, I really want to praise this guy without sucking his cock here. In Golden State. Now, given
Right.
they had Steph Curry, this was last year, Klay Thompson, Draymond, Andre, Harrison Barnes, all that. Okay. When Steve Kerr was he couldn't coach. He was out for like 30 something games. Luke Walton went on a run with those Golden State Warriors where they went like, what, 30-0 or 30-1 or something? A
Yes.
better record than
Yeah.
that. And people were saying, oh, it's just a fluke. It's Golden State. Now, what happens? Everybody wants to hire Luke. Phil Jackson wanted Luke, which would have been awesome. But even his pupil, Luke,
Would have been.
said,
No,
listen,
they
I
were
mean,
close to
the
right.
triangle, the triangle's good, but you got to do everything. It's more of, a culture
Yes.
than an offense.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
the Lakers,
Yes.
man, the Lakers that stunk for how many years? Now, no matter what you want to say about Kobe, Kobe is still Kobe. So now this is the Lakers without Kobe. They have a young core in D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, Luol
Future.
Deng, which
Future.
is like a veteran,
Absolutely.
Timothy Mozgov, a center that nobody cared about. They go out and
That's
get him.
correct. He played for the Knicks. Played for the Knicks.
And get this,
Did he?
man.
Did he
This
not?
Luke Walton, yeah, he did. Yeah, he was drafted by
Right.
the Knicks and played for him. But this Luke Walton, how good coaching is now. Granted, five. I think they're like 4-3 or 5-4. Even that record, maybe it's not a nice record, but for the
Right.
Lakers, it's been a long time since they've been above a 500 team at this point.
Yeah.
It took them like 3 months, 4 months to get 4 wins last year, and now they're already at five. You really got to praise that guy for what he's done with the Lakers. Imagine
Right.
what he could have done with the Knicks.
And like I said, man, it's shit to think about. Here's the thing. I'm gonna fucking count it down over here, pal. So, like I said,
I know, yeah, I was just
we
rambling
talked
on. I had to
about
give my whole
douchey.
speech.
No, no, yeah, we talk about douchey intros. We're not gonna, no, dude, you're gonna go another 2 minutes. We're gonna go another fucking 2 minutes if we have to. Another 3 minutes. But here's the thing, though.
Yeah, we can.
You
That'd be
talked
nice if we
about
could go a
douchey
little over.
intros. You talk about douchey intros. Yeah, you know what? I'm no more douchey
Yeah.
outros or douchey intros. We're gonna try to create something
None of
fucking
that.
new here,
Yeah.
man. You know,
Yeah, be unique.
but you know what? We're getting the fuck out of here. That's how we're gonna end. That's my
Yeah.
outro. Ben's getting the fuck
All
out of
right,
here.
man.
Thank you,
I'm getting
Allison
out of here,
Griswold.
guys.
Allison Griswold, thank you, sir. And
Thank you.
Relisy, no, you're welcome, sir. But Relisy, thank you, pal. But guess what? We'll, we'll leave it. No, you're not ending this. I'm ending this. This is the Lobo Show. We're gonna play it like this right here at the end. That's tomorrow, and that is it. Yeah, 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Ugh. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it. That's the outro. You fucking. I hope you're still recording.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it.
That's all
Well,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for, like I said, this is the
We
the
apologize for
professionality
that.
of the Lobo Show. Yeah, exactly. This is the
Yeah.
professionality.
This is how
You will
professional
tune in.
this is here.
Yeah, tune in next week, and I promise you, it'll get worse than this. Good night. Good night. Good night, Canada.